Hello, this is Patrick at OneCNC West, and what we're going to do in this training video is take a closer look at creating a CNC program within OneCNC. Now, when you create a CNC program, that's called post-processing. And to do that, what you want to do is head over to the NC Manager, and because we want to create a program for all these machining operations, we're going to go up to the group, to the toolpath group, right here on the orange strip, and just right-hand mouse click. Come down and select Post Group. And then from this dialog box, it's very important that you select the proper post processor. The post processor is responsible for creating the correct CNC code for your machine tool. So if you're making a CNC program for a FADAL, you've got to make sure that you've got the FADAL post processor selected. If you're creating a program for a Haas, you've got to make sure the Haas post processor is selected. Now in this example, let's say we want to create a CNC program for a FADAL. To do that, I'm going to take my cursor and just left click on this button here, and what we want to do is just find the FADAL post processor. Once we've done that, we're going to left hand mouse click, come over to the left and select Post. Here we can give the CNC program a name and also determine where we want to save that. Once that's good, just click Save. I'm going to replace that file I already created, and there you go. There's your FADAL program created for all of the machining operations over within the NC Manager. Alright, now let's say you walk out on the shop floor and it's time to cut the part, but the FADAL is tied up, but the Haas is available. Well, what we have to do now is create a CNC program for the Haas. To do that, it's really simple. It's really just the same thing. Just come up to the toolpath group, right hand mouse click, select Post Group, come up here, left click on the button, and now what we want to do is find the Haas post processor. We'll grab that, come over to the left, grab Post, give it a name, click Save. And there we go. Now we have a CNC program created for a Haas for all those machining operations within the NC Manager. Very, very easy. Now let's make things more interesting. Let's say that we just want to create a CNC program for just one operation. To do that, take your cursor and just highlight the operation and right-hand mouse click. Notice that there's no longer a post group, but there is a post operation option. I'm going to select post operation. Let's make it interesting. Let's make a program for, how about a Bridgeport? We'll select Post, give it a name. I'm just going to overwrite what we have. So now here's a CNC program for a Bridgeport, and this CNC program is just for this one operation. Alright, so let's even make it a little bit more interesting. Let's say that we want to create a program, but we want to create the program for two of these operations. Well, we can't just right click on one and select post operation, but there is a way to do it. You'll notice over here on the right hand side of the NC Manager, you'll see these words on. Alright, let's say we want to create a CNC program for the pocketing and also for the whole operation. What I'm going to do is come over here to the profile and just left click on and turn it off. I'll do the same for clean circle. What's going to happen now is if we come up to the toolpath group and if we select post process, OneCNC is only going to post process just the operations that are on. It's going to completely ignore the operations that are set to off. Now to elaborate on this even further, if you simulate, if you preview, same thing holds true. If you come up here and simulate and preview, OneCNC will only simulate or preview the operations that are turned on. So for back to this example though, we're going to create just a CNC program for just these two. Just right click on the group, post group. Let's pick a different post processor. How about a Brother? That looks good, so we'll post on that. Overwrite the name. So now we have a CNC program created using a Brother post processor, and it just created the program for both of these operations. If you want to turn these guys back on, real simple, just come over and left click on that, and they're both set to on now. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.